Hi, Mallory here. This video series is to give a basic understanding of what the different species of beings exist inside the M.O.s universe, and to hopefully clear up some misinterpretations of certain classes. First, we start off with humans. Beings like myself, we were on the Earth since the very beginning, and while you're watching this video, you're probably human yourself. Second, the M.O.s, aka moving ones. Now, depending on the religious sect you believe in, it can alternate. However, the most recognized versions of how M.O.s came to be is when the death god Xibalba had conflict with the other four gods because he did a forbidden notion, tampering with humans by choosing a human woman as a wife. Due to this, a war broke out that engaged all living beings on the earth and the gods themselves. This left the gods weakened, but Xibalba himself died. Because of this, his DNA was used to create M.O.s. Many years of putting Xibalba's DNA into humans eventually led to a new race being born, those of M.O. An M.O.'s defining feature is the red skin they shed, typically around 5 years of age. This also indicates their trait is matured. A trait is an organic mechanism in M.O.s that allows them to use particular abilities by allowing the trait to surface on their body. When their trait is done being used, it typically reforms back into the body to not be seen. M.O.s are relatively undistinguished to humans because they look very much alike, with a trait that separates the two species. Normal humans do not have these traits. I.O.s, aka imperfect ones, are similar to M.O.s. They have traits also, however their traits are more obvious and oftentimes than not are not easy to conceal. This also means that I.O.s could potentially have more than one trait, while most M.O.s typically only have one. For example, an I.O. can have fur present on its body as one trait, and another trait giving that I.O. very potent speed. P.O.s, aka perfected ones, are beings bioengineered in a lab or suitable environment, capable of re-engineering the base DNA of a being that goes through the P.O. process. The P.O. process rearranges your DNA to its basic structure, thus creating an entirely different entity. The carve-out is that there's typically a 12% chance of success, and many of the beings who go through this process dies. However, if one is able to make it through the process, they are typically given enhanced durability, speed, strength, potent eyesight, immunity to poison and sickness, and a key ability to detect essence of living creatures in an environment. All of this coupled with the original trait the P.O. had at birth or its former skills. Thankfully, their only significant purpose is to fight in wars or destroy the misguided. They are not allowed to tamper with basic human social affairs. The misguided. Now, once again, it depends on the religious sect you believe in, but this is the typical idea of how the misguided came to be and their purpose. It is widely assumed that the misguided were born to destroy life and cause as much destruction and chaos as possible. When humans pulled the DNA of Xibalba, it created an adverse effect of allowing the misguided to enter into the world of the living because humans had tampered with a taboo thing, not to use the DNA of gods and implant it into humans. So because of this transgression, human beings were cursed to fight the misguided until the end of time, and because of this they created the P.O. process, since M.O.s at the time were still not powerful enough to get rid of all the misguided. So that is essentially a roundup of every species and type. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and might break down some other classes in another video. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more content.